Okay, we are on the record. This is Commerce City Municipal Court, Thursday, July 1st. Adam Bond, please come forward to the podium. Sir, I have an indication from the city attorney that upon a 6-month deferred prosecution with a waiver of speedy trial and no further violations, you're to have no contact with Jill Morrison. It's my understanding you're moving soon, that will take care of this case. Is that your understanding? You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today? And has anyone promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea today? Okay, then as to the deferred prosecution and waiver of speedy trial, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? Okay. So this no contact, it sounds like you guys are neighbors. Okay, so you can have usual ingress and egress out of your properties. Just leave each other alone. Okay, I'll make a few notes here. Okay, if you go to the court clerk's window, we'll have some paperwork for you there. Thank you. Okay, Justin Linder. Justin Linder.
Yes.
Give me just a moment. Let me pull up your case, please. Okay. Sir, in your case, I have an indication that we'll set this over for a pretrial conference. You're to take adult making better choices class, 16 hours of community service, no further violations of this nature, no contact with Jose Gonzalez or Juan Macias.
Okay.
And Jose Macias. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your admission today?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this admission?
No.
Then that's what we'll do. Give me a moment, make a few notes. You guys work this out?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
been no more verbal altercations since. They're still kind of obnoxious with the noise, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to we'll send you an email about this. You can do your community service at any nonprofit, a church, a food bank, whatever. Get a letter that says you completed it, get that into us.
Okay.
No further violations.
Yes, sir.
And then stay away from these three, okay?
I will do.
We'll send you an email. You can hang up. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Angel Linder. Angel Linder. Okay.
Yes, sorry.
That's okay. Ma'am, I have an indication from the city attorney that likewise you'll be setting this over for a pre-trial conference and that you are to take the adult making better choices class, 16 hours of community service, no further violations of this nature, and stay away from the same 3 people. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
That's something you can do?
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna send you an email that tells you how to take care of this. You can do your community service at any nonprofit, church or a food bank or whatever. And then no further trouble, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can hang up. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Jose Gonzalez. Sir, please come forward. Pull up your case. Penalty manual. Okay. Sir, I have an indication from the city attorney, kind of like what we've just heard, that upon a plea, or excuse me, that your matter will be set over for a pre-trial conference. You'll need to take the Making Better Choices class and 16 hours community service, no further violations. And stay away from Angel and Justin Linden. Is that your understanding?
Yes,
Is that something you can do?
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, when you go out to the court clerk's window, we'll have some paperwork for you. You can do your community service at any nonprofit or church, like a food bank, whatever. Get a letter from them. You have to turn it into us. You're to have no contact with Angel Linder and Justin. Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Head out to the court clerk's window. We'll have some paperwork for you there today. This stops here, right? Thank you. Thank you. We are on the record, Sylvia Marcius Morales. Sorry about that. Ma'am, let me pull up your case. I have an indication from the city attorney that the proposal is to set this over for pre-trial, that you're to complete Making Better Choices class, 8 hours of community service, no further violations, and no contact with Priscilla Ramirez and Esperanza Morales, Miranda. Is that your understanding?
Priscilla, me and her
Okay, so you don't want to do this? Do you want to set it for trial?
no, I want to say, oh, but I just don't understand, why we put, if I can.
Just a moment.
I mean,
She can't. Once the charges are filed, it's up to the city attorney.
oh, okay.
So just a moment. Let me look at the citation, see what's going on here. Okay, is this Priscilla?
No, that's my daughter.
Oh, okay. Well, this is what the city attorney has proposed. Do you want to do this or do you want to set it for trial?
I guess I'll do this.
Yes.
Esperanza, it's your daughter?
No, Esperanza is Priscilla's daughter.
Right, okay. But she got in the middle of this, whatever it was.
Yeah, she got in the middle, she pulled me by the hair and everything, but you know, I didn't press charges. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Okay.
Okay. So ma'am, then do you agree that you'll take the adult Making Better Choices class?
Yes,
And that you will do 8 hours of community service at any nonprofit or church?
yes.
You'll need to get a letter from them saying you completed it.
I'm gonna have surgery tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. Right. You'll have time to do that.
Okay.
And then, again, no contact with Priscilla Ramirez or Esperanza Miranda. Let me make a couple notes.
I wanted to tell you that I'm with her mom, with my sister, and that she wrong.
Okay, well, you can't, then you need to retreat. You can't be around her.
Okay.
One year. 1 year.
Okay.
And it's not your case, so I'll talk to you, ma'am. It's 1 year. Okay, go to the court clerk's window. We'll have some paperwork for you there. Thank you.
Where's that?
Right outside in the hallway. Marta Perez Jimenez.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have an indication from the city attorney that upon your completion of an animal ordinance class and no further violations, that the balance of this case would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, just a moment. Let me find your case here. Is this something you can do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So let's see. Okay. Okay, ma'am, we're gonna send you an email how to take care of this and follow up and get it taken care of, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you. You can hang up.
Okay, thank you.
Just a moment. Let me pull up your case. There it is. Ma'am, I have an indication from the city attorney that you'd be entering a plea of guilty to a theft charge. Let's see. He's proposing 30 days jail suspended, no further violations for a year and no contact with Walmart. Is that right?
Yes.
You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes.
Anybody promise you anything other than what we've spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No.
Then as to theft, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Let me take some notes here. What happened? What happened?
At Walmart.
Yep.
Not thinking, like, kind of later in the night, my mom, and like, I didn't want to ask you for anything. It was like a little pop on that you stick on the back of your phone and then like you hold it in your hand. Like in my bag, not, I knew what I was doing, but I know better, but at the time I was.
Well, sounds like you're on probation already.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna be supervised by probation stat Adams County?
Yeah.
Okay, you're to have no contact with Walmart. And, no further violations for a year. If you do that, your 30 days is suspended. But you can't keep doing this, right?
Yes. I need to one for it.
Yep. That's exactly true. Now, I don't know what just happened here. My screen just kind of glitched. So give me a moment. Okay, I'll type this again. You can go to the court clerk's window. They'll have some paperwork for you. It'll be a minute because I have to retype my order. I wish you well. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, Roxanne Nice. Roxanne Nice.
Yes.
Okay, just a moment. Let me pull up your case.
And good morning, Your Honor. This is Allison Wender, Mrs. Nice's attorney. I did file an entry of appearance.
Thank you. I have an indication from the city attorney that the proposal is for a deferred prosecution for a period of 6 months. This would include a waiver of speedy trial, no further violations other than traffic, and you're to have no contact with Sean Nguyen. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Ma'am, you are represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to speak to your attorney prior to entering into this deferred prosecution agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we've just spoken about in order to have you enter this plea?
No, sir.
Okay. You're appearing by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed electronically?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then I will grant the deferred prosecution. Counsel, anything you want to tell me?
Your Honor, we briefly spoke with the city attorney and do understand the conditions of the deferred prosecution. We were just hoping, we kind of messed up our Zoom here, that we would be able to, after this, just speak with the city attorney briefly it doesn't affect our decision to enter into this agreement, but if that would be possible, to connect with him briefly again.
Yes.
Thank you. Our understanding is that this deferred prosecution would be for 6 months, and if there were no issues, then the city attorney would most likely dismiss off the record. So we'll defer to the court whether we need another court date or not. But at this time, that's how we would like to proceed. Thank you.
Yeah, given the nature of these terms, it'll likely be off the record, but certainly you can speak with the city attorney to confirm his intention as well. Okay, thank you. My clerk will move you back over to the city attorney in just a moment.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
We have 18026. Well, she should have the window. Is anybody else on this? Yeah, thank you. Judge, Ms. Romero has two
That's
cases,
what you just, I just heard you say that.
and then you entered this order on the other case.
Oh, on which other case?
So she has, you entered it into, EM 000188026.
18206. Yeah, apparently, ma'am, you have another case. So we're gonna have you go back and have a seat. The city attorney will talk to you in just a moment. EM.
I got it. Everything. Can you leave Cervantes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Miss Nice, it seems like she needs to talk to you again.
Yes,
The lawyer?
and both. EM 000.
18026. Do you want this rule to 11 or no? From her theft case.
Well, we already took complete, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so you'll talk to her about the other one.
I can't get it.
Thank you. I will-
EM 000. Okay, too many zeros.
But yeah, 30.
3 zeros?
Yeah, it's only because it's after.
1,
the end,
8.
it's only 8 numbers.
0. There's my mistake. There we go. Okay, so this is Priscilla Romero.
4, 5.
This is on that case.
What happened? Oh, I saw
Oh.
you entered the order. on
This is
one.
still her.
Yes.
So let's see what he does first, because it might be that same order.
But this one he entered it, so now we need to enter the order into that case.
Into this case.
Yes.
Okay, so let me copy it.
You should be able to copy and paste.
Yeah.
I know it's a good catch because I didn't know she had enough tournament fees, so might as well get it done with Oberlin. And then are you having her pay the $50 warrant?
Yes. So they'll always do it unless I specifically say no.
Okay. Do you want me to put the court cost in there as well, or just put the $50 one?
Yeah.
Jasmine Cervantes or needs to be moved to see the judge,
Okay, she's done with you?
and then you can send back the nices.
Okay, perfect. I'll do
And I
that.
don't feel like do that. It's the opposite of nices. That's what it is.
Okay. So Jasmine Cervantes,
Yes.
just a moment, let me pull up your case. Ma'am, I have an indication from the city attorney that his proposal is to dismiss your case. There's no report on the case. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay. The matter will be dismissed. We'll send you an email that tells you that.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You can hang up.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, Ms. Romero, on your other case, it's okay. So I understand it can be confusing when you have multiple cases, but what you need to be doing is not having multiple cases. So let me pull up your case here just a moment. Okay. So ma'am, on this case, the city attorney says that you plead guilty to interference with the police officer. And upon a plea of guilty to that charge, again, there's a recommendation of 30 days and suspended. No further violations for a year. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay. Correct this here. You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your mission today?
Yes.
Anybody promise you anything other than what we have just spoken about here on the record in order to have you enter this plea?
No.
So you're trading potentially days of your life and certainly time to come into court and mess with this stuff. You need to start making better choices. Okay? I will impose the 30 days. Okay. Go to the court clerk. They'll have some paperwork for you on this case as well. And I think you have any other cases with us, just so we know? Good deal. Thank you. I wish you well. Okay, so I think we cleaned those up. Thank you very much.
Jerry actually liked that name. I was like, yeah, no.
Okay, we are in the record. Brian Rojas Susano. Brian Rojas Serrano.
Oh, he went back in there.
Okay, Brian Rojas Susano.
Yes.
Sir, I have a proposed disposition from the city attorney that says we'd set this over for a pretrial conference, that you would agree to do 24 hours of useful public service, attend a petty theft seminar, and write a 300-word essay. No further violations and no contact with 9700 Biscay. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea?
What do you mean by that?
Since you don't have an attorney, have you had enough time to think about it?
Yeah, yes, I have.
Okay, has anybody promised you anything other than what we've just talked about in order to have you enter into this disposition today?
No.
Okay. You're appearing by Zoom. Do you consent to proceed in this manner?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Then I'll order that you complete the 24 hours of useful public service. You can do that at any nonprofit. You're to complete the petty theft class and the 300-word essay. And no further contact with 9700 Biscay. Okay,
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? The last one, the further contacting.
you can't go there.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
What's at 9700 Biscay?
Isn't that like the amount of area I have to stay away from that area, or the
Yep.
amount of?
Well, that's exactly true.
Okay.
So Mr. Rojas, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, we'll send you an email on this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You can hang up.
Okay, thank you.
pull up your case.
I can do it, sir.
Let me pull up your case.
Yes.
Just a moment. Okay, sir, the city attorney says that upon a plea of guilty to disturbing the peace, okay, then this matter would be, we would dismiss the public indecency charge.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering a plea today?
Well,
Has anybody promised you anything in order to have you enter this plea?
what's that?
Has anyone promised you anything?
No, sir.
Okay. Then as to disturbing the peace, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? I will accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. You're to have no contact with Isaiah Orana or Zayat Bustillos.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I understand you're moving?
Yes, I am. I'm moving to a town called Trinidad, Colorado, where my roots are. I have three still alive. I have a sister that I've been taking care of. My wife. I take them every time they need to go to the hospital. I take my sister. So, she's been living with us. She's blind. She's been living with us for over 5 to 7 years. So we've been really family oriented. Love each other. And I sacrifice a lot to take care of her. My wife previously went to the hospital. 4 years we've been going back and forth to the hospital, and she's here, and she lost her toes. She lost her right toe, and she had surgery on her left toe. So, you know, that's what I do. You know?
Okay. Well, sir, we're gonna, your fine is $30. There's some court costs associated with that. You're to have no contact with Isaiah and Zayt. And I wish you well. Go to the court clerk's window. They'll have paperwork for you there.
Yes, sir. And thank you.
Thank you. You can go. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Bernard Monet. Bernard Monet.
Hello.
Just a moment. Let me pull up your case.
Okay.
Sir, the city attorney says upon a plea of guilty to theft, he'll require no further contact with Walmart, no further violations from 1 year, and there would be a fine. Is that your understanding?
Okay.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today?
Yes, sir.
And has anyone promised you anything other than what we have just spoken about in order to have you enter this plea?
No, but I think Walmart said I was welcome back there.
Okay, well, we're entering an order. You're not welcome back there. So as to theft, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
We'll accept that plea, find it to be knowing and voluntary. You're to have no contact with Walmart. No further violations for 1 year, and your fine is $50. There's some court costs associated with that. Sir, we'll send you an email how to take care of it, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I wish you well.
It's gonna be hard without Walmart.
Well, I understand that, but that's all about the choices we make, right?
Yeah, that was a dumb choice on my behalf.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna argue with you about that. Thanks.
Thank you.
You can hang up. Thank you. Hey, Rashad Nettles, please come forward to the podium. Pick them up before we forget. There you go. Sir, your name? Thank you. Sir, I have an indication from the city attorney that upon a plea, that we're going to set it over for a pre-trial conference. And just a moment, I'm looking for your case. There it is. And you're going to take a class, Making Better Choices, and no further violations of this nature, no contact with Caden Ledesma. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Sir, you're not represented by counsel. Have you had enough time to think about this prior to entering your plea today? Anybody promise you anything other than what we've just spoken about in order to have you enter this plea?
No.
Okay. Then we'll order that you do adult Making Better Choices. And no further violations. Is that Caden or Layden?
It's Caden.
And you know this person?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna have no contact with,
Yeah, he doesn't know me.
okay, probably best. Okay, sir, please go out to the court clerk's window. We'll have some paperwork for you there. Get this taken care of, move ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you. I wish you well.
Can you pull Monet back? Well, it's okay.
Monet? We have a moment. Right here?
Marissa?
I think there was a sticky on it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one that you said you asked for.
Okay, we are on the record. This is Sergey Borchenko. For our interpreter, your name, please.
Yes, Judge. My name is Roxolana Dmitrishin. Would you like me to spell that for you?
Yes, please.
Yes, my first name is Roksolana, and last name is Dmytryshin.
Thank you. And with you today is Mr. Borchenko, is that correct?
I'm sorry, yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I do not see him though right now at this moment on my screen.
He's there. We see him up here. So, sir, you're charged with disturbing the peace.
І так, прошу пана, значить, вас звинувачують за те, що ви нарушуєте спокій.
The city attorney understands that you'd like to set this matter for trial. Is that correct?
Значить, прокурор розуміє, що ви хочете, щоб цю справу розглядали в судовому порядку, вірно?
Can you unmute him?
Apologies, Your Honor, the interpreter is not able to hear Mr. Borchenko.
Ma'am, I'll ask that you ask him to unmute himself.
Of course. Містер Борченко, ви можете, будь ласка, включити свій мікрофон? I apologize, Your Honor, the interpreter does not hear an answer.
Great. Mr. Borchenko, are you there?
Містер Борченко, ви чуєте нас?
Can you turn your video on so we
Ви
can see
можете?
you?
I apologize, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Ви можете, будь ласка, включити свою камеру, щоб ми могли вас бачити?
Sir, you're charged with disturbing the peace. Is that your understanding?
Дивіться, значить, прошу пана, вас звинувачують в тому, що ви порушуєте спокій. Ви розумієте це?
А как я мог нарушить, если я не в положенное время ни траву не кошу, я в положенное время это, как я могу что-то нарушить? И полиция приезжала, они мне сказали, мы тебе запретить не можем, потому что ты не нарушаешь это. Если я работаю, то я работаю в определенное время. Я не нарушаю закон, после времени не нарушаю закон, с утра не нарушаю закон с вечера. Какие ко мне могут быть... Полиция приезжала, они говорят, они вызывают полицию, а полиция что... Я пилю куст, это мой куст, я его пилю, они работают, они целыми месяцами работают на бакьярде. Значит, у них можно, а мне что, нельзя, что ли?
So the thing is like, how can I disturb or how can I violate this, because I'm not mowing the grass at the time that I'm not supposed to, or I'm not doing anything to violate any law. Even the police came over and they said that there is nothing that we can address this to you because you are not violating anything. And if I'm mowing the grass, I mean I'm usually doing that at a certain time, not like too late, or and I'm not breaking any like law or anything, no ordinance. And the police came.
Just a moment. Here the police say that you sprayed Mrs. Cardona with water from your hose.
Дивіться, тут, що поліція вказала, що ви оприскали міст кордону з шлангу водою.
Это
If
я
you,
не
if you do
брызгал.
not think you did that, then
Так,
we'll set the matter for trial.
Якщо ви вважаєте, що ви цього не робили, то тоді ми назначимо розгляд цієї справи у суді.
Да, никаких, я ее даже не видел. Через такой забор я не видел, зачем она, если она шла, что провоцировать меня шла, с камерой совсем, это как вот я, так мне, как это объяснили. Значит, она шла меня провоцировать, что там она, что у меня там музыка. Полиция приехала, музыка играла, у меня украинская музыка играет. А полиция ничего не сказала. Я говорю, идите посмотрите на мои спикерцы, на все. Они даже не пошли. Камера, она бегала 3 раза, полицию вызывала, что я камеру поставил. А полиция говорит, у вас, говорит, камера стоит.
Ma'am, can you interpret that, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, but the thing is that I did not see her. And how I was explained this, like why she was running towards me with a camera, like she was provoking me. That's how I was explained, and I did not see her. How could I see her over this tall fence? And there was a Ukrainian music playing, but the police came. They did not say anything. I told them, go and look. And the thing is that I apologize, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. And the thing is that she 3 times she called the police over that I put a camera on, that I set a camera on.
Okay, well, we're going to set it for trial on September 21st at 2 o'clock. Sir, we will have an interpreter. Sir, what language would you prefer that we have as an interpreter?
Добренько, тоді, прошу пана, значить, ми назначимо розгляд цієї справи на вересень, 21 вересня о 2 годині дня. У нас буде присутній перекладач для вас. Скажіть, будь ласка, якої мови перекладача ви би хотіли, щоб був присутній?
Мне разницы нету, русский или украинский, я вас хорошо понимаю. У меня все родственники украинцы.
It doesn't matter to me, either Russian or Ukrainian. I understand you really good. All my relatives are Ukrainians.
Okay, so we will use a Ukrainian interpreter. Ma'am, are you available September 21st at 2? I'm sorry, 2:30?
2:30?
Yes.
Just one moment, Your Honor. Yes, I am. At 2:30.
Okay, the trial will be in person. We'll send information about steps that Mr. Borchenko may wish to do, about witnesses, subpoenas, etc. That'll be in writing. So ma'am, if you could schedule a time to go over those with him. And we will appoint counsel to assist him on this case, and you should expect to hear from counsel as well. Ma'am, I'm going to ask one more time if you please spell your name again.
Yes, Your Honor. My name is R as in Robert, O as in Oscar, K as in Kilo, S as in Sam, O as in Larry. Oh, I'm sorry, O as in Oscar, L as in Larry, A as in Apple, N as Nancy, A as in Apple. And my last name is D as in David, M as in Mary, Y as in Yellow, T as in Tom, R as in Robert, Y as in Yellow, S as in Sam, H as in Henry, Y as in Yellow, N as Nancy.
And may I get a contact phone number for you?
That would be through A Languages, A and A Languages.
Okay, thank you very much.
My pleasure, yes.
We'll see everyone on the 21st at 2. An email will be sent out in English with this information. So perhaps you could assist this gentleman on who could help him with his documents.
You want to see him?
Добренько, тоді дякую. Значить, справа тоді буде розглядатися 21 числа о 2:30. Це буде в особистому порядку, вам потрібно буде явитися. Значить, також вам дадуть інформацію стосовно всіх подальших кроків. І якщо ви, містер Борченко, бажаєте, то також там буде вказано, що вам необхідно зробити для того, щоб викликати свідків по своїй справі або отримати субпіни, тобто виклики тих людей, свідків в свій захист. Це все буде в письмовій формі написано для вас. Також я дам вам ще інформацію стосовно, значить, що вам буде назначений адвокат також, і він повинен буде зв'язатися з вами. І ви в скорому часі отримаєте і електронного листа, там, де буде все прописано, що необхідно, і, можливо, буде хтось, хто вам допоможе розібратися з тим, які саме документи, що необхідно вам зробити, як підготуватися. І ми зустрінемося з вами 21 вересня о 2 годині. Добре?
Thank you
Я
very
перепрошую.
much.
Добре, дуже дякуємо. Всього доброго. Thank you, Your Honor. Is there anything else the interpreter may assist you today?
No, ma'am. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for using our services and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You can hang up.
Thank you. Добре, на цьому все. До побачення.
Дякую.
Yeah, I just have him showing up now 3 times in my work queue.
It's showing him
Yeah, 3 times.
in your work.
Mhm. Now he's out of it, so I don't know.
Okay, I'll check right now.
Judge, I'm not sure if the defendant understands, and he may need a Swahili. And
Sir? Thank you.
I don't think he understands the points or the reduction.
Okay.
And I don't know how to spell Swahili either.
Ibrahim Rukendanchenka. Sir, would you benefit from an interpreter? What language? Swahili? Yeah. We're going to give you a new court date, a new date. Just a minute. August 24th. August. Next month, August 24. At 1 o'clock. You won't be here? Well, he's proposing to reduce your points to 4 points for speeding. Do you understand that? If we do that, those would be assessed against your driving privilege. Do you understand that? 4 points. No, you don't understand points? 12 points in 12 months, 18 points in 24 months. This would be 4 points. Yes? Yeah. Okay. Are you here on August 10th? Yeah, August 10th. You're not here? Are you coming back? Maybe 2 months. Okay. September? Yeah. When do you leave? I leave yeah.
I can either the 4th. You can have some.
August 3? Here? 5. Okay, August 3, can you be here? August 3? August 3? Yes. Yeah, I will be still. Okay, we'll get you an interpreter. Go to the clerk's window. We'll have this in writing.
George, this one you said you for the trial date.
Mhm.
Will you gonna appoint an attorney?
Yes,
Okay.
but we need to, it would be best if we can find one that speaks Ukrainian.
Oh.
One, but he's my brother. But he may know someone.
Okay. So. Do you want me to wait on that, or should I appoint one of our attorneys and let them know?
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
You might try. Well, really, they're all good. They're all good. So that's fine.
Out of all 3 of them,
Mhm.
or
Well, I would say Zarlingo.
that's what I was thinking about. I think he's more patient.
Yeah. The Jacob,
Is Hekovich?
this defendant may not like him because he's family history of Russian or Croatian or something.
Oh, okay. No, I was thinking of Sarlingo because he
Yeah.
is, I think, out of all three of them.
Yeah,
he's
just
more
appoint Sarlingo,
patient. Okay.
but tell him he needs to get in touch with them. He'll need Ukrainian
Yeah.
language.
Well, I'm gonna give her the attorney's information so she can contact them.
Right, but she wants him to go through the agency.
He wants. to-
Rather than go through that interpreter directly, she wants him to go through her agency, whatever it is.
Oh, so she won't be the interpreter?
She might be, but she wouldn't give me a phone number. She wants to go through the agency. So whoever we use to get the agency, that's who we should use.
Okay. Because it's what's available.
Right, because it'll probably be her, but she wants to do it through her agency, not through her personal phone number.
Oh, no, yeah, that works. I'll put how we, I'll ask her, because when she signed up for Zoom, she put her email address. I'm
Yeah.
gonna send everything to her. And I'll
Yeah,
ask her-
because she'll have all the documents. That's good.
Yeah, I'll ask her what other, like, if we need to contact the agency to report, how she wants us to do that.